All right, let's talk about something that is absolutely crucial for any online business looking to grow. We're diving into how to price your products for global success. And let me tell you, it's about so much more than just punching numbers into a currency converter.
So, you're ready to take your brand worldwide. That's fantastic. It's a huge step. But I have a question for you, a really important one. What's your actual pricing plan for each new country you're entering?
Okay, so look, you've basically got two paths. On one side, there's the easy way, right? You just do a straight currency conversion. Your 30-pound product becomes, I don't know, about 35 bucks. Simple. But then there's the smart way, the profitable way, which sees that final price as a much bigger puzzle that you need to solve. And that leads us straight into what I call the currency conversion trap. Honestly, it is the single most common and most expensive mistake that brands make when they first start selling across borders. The thing is, what works for you at home probably won't just copy and paste abroad. Every single country has its own unique financial ecosystem. Just swapping out the currency symbol completely ignores that whole reality. This is the real tightrope you have to walk. If you price too low based on that simple conversion, you are literally just throwing away profits with every sale. But if you price too high, you're going to scare off potential customers before they even give you a shot. So if a simple conversion is out, then what's the answer? Well, we've got to get really honest about the true cost of selling in each specific part of the world. And this is where the puzzle starts coming together. It all begins with shipping. I mean, getting a package to someone in Toronto is a totally different cost than getting it to someone in Tokyo. That alone can make or break your profit margin. But wait, there's more. Next, you have to layer on import duties. These are the taxes a country slaps on imported goods, and they're different for almost every market and every type of product you can think of. Your product might face a 2% duty in one place and a whopping 15% in another. And on top of that, you've got local taxes. We're talking that in Europe, sales tax in the US. Each region has its own maze of rules about how and when they get applied. It is absolutely not a one-size-fits-all deal. And the list just keeps going. You've got payment processing fees that change by region, and hey, if you're using local warehouses to get products to customers faster, that's another cost to bake in. You see how fast this gets complicated? Okay, so all of this boils down to one absolutely crucial concept: landed cost. This is the total all-in cost to get one of your products from your warehouse into your customer's hands. This number, not your home country price, is the real foundation for your entire international strategy. So why does getting all this nitty-gritty detail right matter so much to the actual customer? Well, a recent Shopify report gives us a pretty massive clue. Get this, a huge 65% of shoppers are more likely to hit that buy button if the price is shown clearly in their local currency, with no nasty surprises at the end. You see, it's not just about convenience, it's about building trust. It's about showing respect. It makes your brand feel local, not like some distant foreign company. Okay, so that feeling of trust is exactly what we're going for. Let's pivot from the problem to the solution. Let's build out an actual, actionable, three-part plan. Your whole strategy really rests on three pillars. First, like we've been saying, you have to deeply understand your true landed cost for each region. Second, you've got to do your homework and analyze what your local competitors are charging. And third, you absolutely must respect the local rules and regulations. And when we talk about understanding costs, we're going way beyond the basics. We're talking about things like local warehousing fees, specific shipping rates for that country, the admin cost of just dealing with customs paperwork, and even the money you need to set aside just to stay compliant with their tax laws. Now, respecting local regulations is completely non-negotiable. And here's a perfect example: how taxes are displayed. In Europe, the price you see on the product page has to include the VAT. But in the US, sales tax is almost always tacked on at the very end, at checkout. Getting that wrong creates a horrible surprise for the customer, and that's a surefire way to lose their trust and any future sales. Building a global brand isn't about making a quick buck. It really requires patience, a lot of data, and a long-term perspective. The most successful brands, they often look at expansion on a 2 to 3 year timeline. That first year, it's all about learning the market, gathering data. The second year is for adapting your strategy based on what you found out. And that third year, that's when you really start to see that sustainable, profitable growth kick in.
So when you put all of these pieces together, the costs, the competition, the regulations, your pricing becomes something so much more than just a number on a web page. Ultimately, getting your regional pricing right sends a powerful signal. It tells customers in that country, hey, we see you, we get your world, and we've done our homework to serve you properly. It all really comes down to this one simple idea. Global success depends on local precision. To win on the world stage, you have to absolutely master the details on the local one. So I'll leave you with this question to think about for your own business. Is your pricing just a random number? Or is it telling a story of a thoughtful, trustworthy, and truly global brand?